Alrighty. I put this shot as the welcome. I thought it was pretty. You can see the little truck with our chicken caravan on it in the rear view mirror there. So welcome back. This is a bit of an exciting day. The day the caravan ends up on the truck and all of the adventures that entails. Let's get into it. So, because our car's a gas car, we're running a little bit low on fuel, which means we won't have enough to get back into the farm and then get home as the escort car with the big old oversized load ahead. That means we have to drive to Goulburn and back.
It's 100 kilometres each way.
100k there, 100k back. Before the truck shows up at 10:30.
So we had to get up early at the lovely old pub we stayed at last night. Woken by the cockatoos.
Yep, there was a whole run of them all along the power line.
They woke us up early. We had a very
Screeching
nice
away.
continental breakfast. All set out in the hotel itself was pretty amazing. It was jam-packed full of staff. They had sort of an eagle on top of the fridge, like an artificial eagle. A preserved one that had a big pig upstairs out of cows and bloody guinea pig statues, frogs, a photo of the family.
Very animal themed.
3 lovely girls and the lady that runs the pub, Denise. It was just jam-packed full of stuff. Every couch except for one was loaded up.
It was only us in the whole pub.
Yeah, just the two of us. And last night in the bar, there was really just the two of us there, plus one lonely fellow who lived locally, who had a dog he talked to all the time. So it was very nice. We had sausages and mash for dinner. Nick had 2 beers and I had 3 beers, and it was very nice.
Just wonderful.
Nice shower, rainwater shower.
Yeah, it actually went cold on me.
Did it?
I thought I'd have one in the morning, but it was just cold as well.
Was it? So off we go to Goulburn, an hour and a half each way to get back in time to meet the truck, to go back out to the farm.
We're not getting all that much gas, really.
No, but we just didn't have enough. 12 months ago. It's taken a while to find the perfect farm.
Like, we do the 3-hour return trip and gives us an extra hour's worth of gas.
Yeah. But there was no gas from Bigger to
Yes.
Yes. On the way to Goulburn, it's the Crookwall wind farm. They're just setting up a huge wind farm.
They're just sort of emerging out of the cloud.
Yeah, it was a beautiful drive. It was in the fog most of the time.
Very good.
Had these huge windmills turning up in the fog.
Pretty surreal at 6 in the morning. That thing sort of alien War of the Worlds.
Just interestingly, I was Uber driving. I had a bloke who was one of the controllers in the control centre for this show in Canberra. And he was telling me on a good day, like a good windy day, 24 hours, one of these things would earn $250,000 selling the electricity they generated.
How's that for a payday? Oh, unreal.
So we're just going to make Goulburn okay. We'll have about 30 k's left in the tank. This is a gas-only car. A bit inconvenient, really. To can organise a spare gas cylinder, which is like a barbecue bottle. We did that on a big trip. We went around Australia with the kids. We actually carried 7 of them because you could get 52 kilometres out of each bottle, but you needed a legal connection. So we'll have to get another one of those because it's a bit of a nuisance having to drive all the way to Goulburn and drive all the way back to the Caravan.
What a thing.
You can camp up in that thing. It is, they do.
Move into the lighthouse.
Put a little bed up there.
Bloody massive. All out there.
It was a beautiful trip. The scenery is magnificent through here.
Oh yeah. Almost looks like an alien world back there.
Yeah. They lift the wings up with that
Yeah, be pretty
crane, the 500-ton crane.
You're pretty bloody high up standing at the top of there. Gee. Massive things. So we're all loaded up with full tank of gas. Should let us get back home again.
Each blade is a semi-trailer load.
Alright, the truck's arrived.
Here we are, back at Bigger
Bloody
after
big
our
one.
trip to Goulburn.
Let Simon help
Truck's
us out.
waiting for
Away
us.
we go. Simon, eh?
Simon here. He's okay, really. Yeah, but take a shot of him following us.
Yeah. Today's the day.
A bit wary of truck drivers after my farming experience. But this bloke was okay. We had all these overhanging branches to worry about on the way out. They've got a bigger one. A 10-metre one. The 10-metre one was another extra $1,000.
Well, they've probably got those trucks that carry the blades of the windmills, you know, they'd be pretty big.
No, they're semi-trailers. They use semis for not these ones.
I watched a video of the SpaceX rocket going by on this truck. Sight to behold. Driving back down into the valley. Got Simon in the truck behind us. Hard to see him. Right behind.
So back down the hill again. Simon was wondering if he'd ever get there. But I did give them the location.
If there was a bit of rain, we might not have been able to get up the hill in the truck. Apparently, turns a bit muddy. Maybe they don't give the location to the driver. Here we are again with the truck in tow.
All these tanks behind the shed here. Probably none of them have got a tap.
We're eyeing off some tanks there.
Yeah.
This is our little chicken, or big chicken caravan.
You're eyeing off one of his trailers this time. Yeah, what if he uses that old trailer?
All ready for moving day.
With a fire pump on the back.
That still is.
No, he sold the farm actually. Turned out. Learnt later. He and his wife seemed like a very loving couple.
Big old truck's gonna back up to it.
But later on he sold the farm because they split up. Got divorced.
Got a few chicken feeders and some watering trough.
That took a while to load in.
Yeah.
The mesh sort of keeps the chickens in there for the first, I don't know, 5 days or so they sort of learn to make it a bit of a home. Going to be a bit of an interesting load.
So we've got it all set up for him, jacked up and everything. Ended up having to pay a bit more because it took a lot longer, but they did quote $825. Ended up having to pay him $1,000. Still, we got it out without running into a tree, so that's the main thing.
Chicken caravan that takes 600 chickens delivered for 1,300, 13,000. Not too shabby. Yeah, he's measuring and having a bit of a think here. But we didn't know what he was in for.
He was pretty careful, this bloke.
Probably pays to be.
Yeah. Yeah, once you let it fall off the truck or run into a tree, it's not too good. They don't give you a cover. We made sure everything we did was resaleable, so the chicken caravan, now that we know how to move it, it's worth a lot more than what we paid for it. So I've always tried to have an outlook that maybe we'll go broke. We'll need to sell a lot of this stuff. So why I got this so cheap was because it was difficult to transport it. Most of the other caravans are 8 foot wide, so it just goes straight onto a truck, no problems. But this one's a bit too wide.
I wonder if you could just cut the tin off at that fine lead.
No, it wouldn't be sheltered, probably. And anyway, it's still too wide. The advantage of having the wide is you've got access inside.
Bang your head central, this chicken
Yeah, it
caravan
is.
inside. Yeah. Still a little tight. A lot better than it could be.
Yeah. Well, 8 metres at 8 feet. This is insane.
Isn't this all pretty exciting? We're just getting our homemade oversized load bracket on, getting the flashing lights figured out.
We're just building a little sail over there with that oversized sign. Perfect right angles to the wind. I found out later they do them at 45 degrees.
Yeah, so it sort of peels the wind over the top.
Also sort of figuring out the route.
But anyway, it worked okay.
Yeah.
So it was another 6:30 in the morning till 6:30 at night day, really, by the time we got it to Yass.
Really enjoyed that pup feed last night.
Yeah, it was good.
And I can tell how enjoyable dinner is by how long of a day you've had.
Yeah. The 3 schooners were pretty bloody good too, I must say. Slept well. Well, there was a dog in the hotel bar.
One of their 2 customers had that dog.
Yeah. Yeah, there's 3 of us in the bar. He's a bit of a worrier, this fellow, Simon, the driver.
How's this going to work? really pretty good with the tray.
Mm.
Maybe we can underneath it. Hey, look at it go.
Weighs about 4 or 5 tonne. Could have been built lighter, I think. 2 mil structure instead of 3 mil. No, it's quite interesting watching these videos.
Yeah, it's not every day you see something like this.
No, it was a big day.
Been a few big days.
Yeah. But when you look back, the high point was the hotel stay at night with the 3 schooners and the sausages and mash.
Pub feed.
Very good.
Keeping the strange sense of characters company.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, tough ground there.
I mean, it was supposed to be limited to 8 metres. We're about 8 metres and 1 centimetre. But by the time you got it on, it was pretty comfortable as far as the length went.
So I use this as the thumbnail because it looks like we're pushing it on. We're actually just pushing it across while the winch tugs it up. Like it's a little tricky to tell what to show and what not to show.
Mm. He was very concerned about the signs. He was very thorough, this bloke, got to say. We thought we'd just rock up and winch her on and away we go, but it took a little bit longer than that. We're here for about 3 hours doing this. Very fussy. I thought it was good value, $1,000, and we also knew that we could deliver it, so it wouldn't be a problem selling it if we can deliver it.
Working, Nick. Nick.
It looks like it's hanging off the back there a bit.
Yeah. Has he winched it on altogether or not? No, not yet.
I think so. Like I think he's chaining it up now.
Oh, yeah.
So now he just moves the tray forward. And that's where it is.
Getting a good view?
He was sort of giving us a bit of a brief, you know, what to expect.
Sort of looks like it's hanging off the back, but the tray's got to move forward yet. They're trying to put the
Imagine
light
if that
on
was
it.
really heavy, you'd lose the front of the
Yeah.
truck. This is our DIY wiring job over on the left here.
What do we do? Oh yeah, we're wiring up the lights. Twisting the wires together. It worked amazingly. So we've kept it for future movings. There we go.
Fortunately, the length worked out, so the wheels are hanging over the side. That was all figured out in discussions.
Yeah, good old Nick there getting the lights working. This bloke wouldn't have moved an inch without the lights working.
I think we sort of tied onto the battery to get the lights
Yeah, we just put a lead through the bonnet
into the cab.
into the cab, hooked the wires onto the battery, had a bit of a direct current there.
Amazing, you did get my toe or something, did
I don't know, worked all right. It's another
lovely
typical load, you know, all piles of junk on them, tools and
like the lamps scurrying around.
yeah. He's still tying things down and putting flags on it.
The little flag in. So the cars on the highway don't drive up too close.
Yeah, well, partly we went on the freeway. So on the normal highway, you have to go in front, but on the freeway, you go behind. But if it was any wider, if it was wider than 4, you'd have to have 2 escorts.
Look at those lights. What a beautiful frame. Oh, they're not plugged. Alrighty, here we go. Moment of truth. All loaded up.
Look like little antennae.
Yeah, see the lights flashing? Bought them on
Clean
eBay,
car.
$35.
And the big one.
Oi.
There she goes. What a beauty. Should be a bit exciting going up this hill.
Yeah, the fellow we bought it from said if there's any rain at all, the truck wouldn't get up the hill. But fortunately, the rain held off.
Oh, hey. Moment of truth. Yeah.
You're saying it's pretty high there at the foliage. What about these trees?
Here it is coming up the hill. I want to go forward a bit maybe. Yeah, fit under these branches. Yeah, she good. Coming along behind us. So we're about an hour into the trip.
Didn't get too much footage of us dodging all the branches.
No.
We've been dodging branches for the last hour and a bit.
Go along, get out of the car. Oh yeah, it does just fit under it. You know, you go along, wait for the next one. Oh yeah, go to the left a bit.
He was very good, actually. He was excellent.
It's the chicken caravan ahead of us there. Trucking along. We're running out of gas again.
Yeah, the gas says it does have a countdown on the speedometer. Gives you a warning at about 80 k's, then it comes right down to. We're coming back with the cool room from Taree, and we ended up in Goulburn, but they're all
What the hell's
closed,
going
so we made it to Canberra just.
Oversized. A little video.
The petrol station here, is it?
Yeah. It was still running. I think we had about 25 kilometres
The lights
left in the
flashing.
tank.
We're filling up there. We arriving at the
arrived
farm.
at the farm. There's a bit of a pull up here from the road. We were a bit worried about that, but he did it, not a problem.
Hey.
Some of these tilt trays have this lazy axle idea. Remember we put the container into the behind the house and it just couldn't go anywhere. The back goes over a bit of a hill, it lifts the drive wheels off the ground. But we're okay here. I don't know what he's doing here. What's he backing up? Oh, he's got to get out.
Time for the great unloading. Here it is, you're home. Grab them all.
It's a pretty big project when you think about it, you know, setting this whole thing up. See our cool room in the background there. We brought that down from Taree. That was a hell of an adventure. We haven't started filming then.
Thought it might be a good idea to document the process.
Yeah, it's pity we didn't from Taree.
I mean, I've still got some all-day footage from building the container and stuff. It looks too difficult to edit.
I'd probably do that last.
We're standing around with the farmer there on the left-hand side. Here it comes. The fella's watching the thing happen.
I don't see that every day. Oh, here she comes.
So he sort of slides it off, and then he uses the fact that there's a corner on the ground to get the tray out from underneath it, with it contacting the front.
We have to block it up again, did we or not?
I think we did.
Oh, we did put blocks under it, yeah.
I wonder if he's ever lifted the truck by really sticking something far out the back.
I don't know.
And the chassis or whatever in the truck must be pretty strong.
Yeah. But it looks a bit light, but it weighs 4 or 5 tonne, Caravan at the back.
So he's not driving the truck there, he's using the tray to push it forward.
It's about 5:30 now. We're looking forward to the end of the day.
Yeah, we got up at 5 in the morning or something.
We all still rolling here? You see that, see him using the tray to move the whole truck forward?
He's putting a couple of blocks of wood under the front of the caravan. We've still got to put the tow bar back on. Finish drilling the holes. Only got a block of wood there, Nick. Is that what we're doing?
Might even get a second block.
So we got through the day. We didn't hit a tree. Didn't fall off the truck. We didn't crash the ute. Didn't run out of gas. It all came together.
And the chicken caravan's at the farm. They're
Yep.
ready for the chickens to come.
And that's another adventure drama.
We'll start laying eggs, and maybe eventually we could sell some eggs somewhere down the line. Ahoy.
That's it.
See you in the next one.